So if you don't know who David Goggins is, you should probably look him up and read about him because his story is amazing and what he does is crazy. But on social media, he often comes across as this guy that just runs and does these crazy workouts and yells motivating shit at you and then just posts it online. A lot of people view him and what he does from that perspective as cringe. So they're like, oh, he's just some guy, fucking just runs a lot, and he's like, yeah, fucking go running and shit. That's not what David Goggins really is, and that's not what you can take away from him. I think David Goggins is like the perfect example of somebody he is 100%. Like 100, when I think 100%, like all out, balls to the walls, I think David Goggins. And it's not the physical shit that he does. There's a big part of that. He runs like 200-mile races. Like he will run like 72 hours straight. He recently went on Andrew Huberman, and he talks a lot about the shit that he's done physically. But it's not that. If you've ever like run a lot, you know that your brain at a certain point is like, no, like you stop. Just I'm tired. We got to stop this shit. It's a mental battle. Like anything you do is a mental battle. Like David Goggins has conquered his mind fully. So he fills his day with doing shit that he really doesn't want to do. And I admire that. I admire the shit out of that. And that's why so many people like love David Goggins, because they're like, wow, all this guy does is shit that he doesn't want to do. That's his full day. He is 100% in that aspect. Like when we talk about discipline and willpower, that doesn't apply to somebody like David Goggins. He doesn't care about like optimal training, optimal diet, optimal this, that. He doesn't give a shit. He's like, I can't really describe it with words, but imagine you wake up in the morning and you think of all the shit that you don't want to do. Like, you don't want to get out of bed. You want to go and be comfortable. He is so anti-comfort, like it's not even funny. He runs, I think he said he runs from 8 to 30 miles a day. A day. That's fucking insane. Every day. And his whole day. And it's not only physical shit. It's like, he's now learning about, as he said on Huberman, he's now learning about, like being an EMT and shit. But he admits that he's not very smart. And he has to constantly study shit. So he'll wake up in the middle of the night just to study, to remember shit, because he keeps forgetting it, because he doesn't absorb information very well. And all he does, like for hours a day, is study and shit, because he hates studying. He doesn't like it, but he wants to be he has a goal of being an EMT. So we think, like, we have this goal of starting a business and doing this and that. Imagine if you went 100% balls to the walls, trying to start this business and get it off the ground and achieve shit and start making money. Like, what would you do? Think about if you could go 100% onto this task of starting a business. Like, you dedicate your whole life for like a month, for 2 months, say a fucking year. You'd probably achieve some level of success. I mean, is that not what everybody strives for? Is the ability to just fucking do shit, and even when you don't want to do it, you still have that goal that you want to achieve, so you go and fucking achieve it for like a year straight. That's like everybody's dream. Think about, like, you want to be a millionaire, and you just dedicate your fucking years to being a millionaire. Maybe that's not the best thing for you to do, but you could do it, theoretically speaking, if your mind was in the right place. But none of our minds are in the right place. We're not 100%. If David Goggins was like, I'm doing business now, he's already, a millionaire, but if he's like, yeah, I'm doing fucking business now, I'm gonna start selling shit, and I'm gonna become a fucking billionaire, I bet David Goggins would probably get pretty fucking close to being a billionaire, even at however old he is now. Like, it's the conquering of the mind. It's not even, like I said earlier, we talk about discipline and willpower, and resisting things and trying to get better at doing the shit that that we don't want to do, but we have to do it because it's within our goal in the name of self-improvement. All of that shit, like, doesn't apply to him. So what I kind of took away from that, which has helped me recently, is like, life is gonna suck. Like, life just fucking sucks, man. And you have to embrace that it sucks. So like, you have to start doing shit every day that sucks. So like, when I wake up in the morning, I fucking hate waking up and getting out of bed, but I do it, and it sucks. But it's gonna suck, and you just have to deal with it, man. So that has helped me be a lot more consistent with waking up in the morning. Plus, I think like David Goggins, like, his knees are all fucked up, and he still runs as much as he does. Like, he limps. He limps when he runs. That's how fucked up his body is, and he still doesn't. Because he still can. Nobody, like, the rest of the world, if they had the problems that he had, they would not be running. They'd be like, no, I can't, it hurts too much. I'd probably say the same fucking thing. But he knows. He can still, I can push my body to do it, I'm still gonna fucking do it. And you might say, oh, well, he's gonna end up not being able to walk or whatever. That's not important to him. Being able to walk and run is not important to him. It's about doing the shit that fucking sucks. So if I can wake up in the morning and fucking get out of bed, even though it sucks just a little bit, I know he's out there dealing with shit that's like way fucking worse. And if he can do it, if he can do all this shit, why can't I do it? Every time I go on runs and I pass like that, the 1 mile mark, I start getting all fucking like, man, this shit sucks. Like, it's easy up to like 1.5 miles, a mile for me. And then I'm thinking like, David Goggins. Like, it's just going through my mind. Like, he fucking, you know how hard it is for him to run, and you're over here bitching about fucking 1.5 miles, 2 miles. Like, it's crazy. But it's not just motivation. Requires a mindset change. So, but that's what you can learn about David Goggins. You want to forget about the principles of like discipline and willpower. You're just like, you start thinking about it sucks. Not eating the shit you want to do just sucks, but you got to do it. You know where you got to be, and it's gonna suck. So just let it suck, and get better at fucking feeling the shit that sucks. Like, that's all you can really do. That's the best thing you can do anyway. Like, it's just let it suck, man. Just let life suck. But you're going to a better place. I don't mean like death. I don't mean like heaven. I mean like when you achieve your goals, it'll have been better. Plus, if you don't go through the suck, you're gonna become a worse version of yourself. Like a much worse version of yourself. David Goggins says, if I stopped the running and I stopped all this shit, because realistically speaking, he's a millionaire. He doesn't need to do shit. He can do nothing for the rest of his life. But he's like, if I stop, I know I'm going to go back to that 300-pound motherfucker that I used to be. Because he used to be like 300 pounds. And I kind of relate to that. If I stop waking up in the mornings and I stop trying to improve myself, I stopped all the shit, all the progress, I know I'd go right back to eating all this shit food. I know I'd cut 20 years off my life. If I quit working out, I know I'm not going to be as young for as long. Like, I'm going to be a piece of shit by the time I'm 30. I'm going to be fat and probably have diabetes. Probably going to be jerking off 5 times a day. I'm not going to get married. Not going to do all this shit that I want to do. So it's like, yeah, it sucks, but it's fucking worth it. Like, when you put it like that. Plus, the shit, another thing that you can really take away is the shit that sucks for us is really not that bad. It could be a lot fucking worse. If this is the worst I have to endure, then I'm fucking fine, dude. This shit's easy.